If you're the type of person that is always lucky, things went your way, you were in a flow, blessings never ending, maybe not top tier, but things went your way and things went smooth and gentle. And all of a sudden, this bad luck, this illness, that situation, all of a sudden you're bombarded with misfortune. And because it never happened to you, because you're Mr. or Mrs. Lucky all the time, you start wondering, is this something supernatural? If I'm talking about you, this video message is designed for you. When we're introduced to information we don't like, we're gonna find something, to criticize, to demonize, to frame the messenger, and let's talk about misinformation and mental health. If you start talking about negative future, the potential threatening future that things can get even worse than they already are, maybe you will end up in a spiral of doom, quitting your job, letting go of your responsibility as family members. Why would you continue with life anyway when everything is dark, right? So the human system has coping mechanisms to stay in a false sense of hope, and the system has self-defense mechanism to make sure you are pumped so that you don't stop because you have obligations. And the next level of problem is, who are you going to blame? So what if you take this advice and things go wrong? Who are you going to blame? Your misinterpretations? Your wishful thinking? Your whatever you're doing? No, you're going to put the blame on me or on the messenger, not on your own lack of interpretation. Most people see the world as how they want to see it, and you gather around yourself people, yes, that are just like you and believe in the same prism of thinking just like you. You love like-minded people, and everyone else, you know what I'm saying? This is what's going wrong. This is why this type of material never enters your consciousness. Your parents neglect you, your society rejects you, life is going hard on you, and then all of a sudden the priest would start condemning you for your behavior, and hear an oracle telling you, it's not easy. I get it. And the mind itself with the bias, normalcy bias, wishful thinking. People have no sense of self-critique. People hate, they shun critique. So anyone out there who has the potential to bring you to reality will never make it. Never make it. And if the person makes it, most of society will eliminate it. Because people want to be pumped with hope. People promote good, lovely messages because they want to feel good. They don't want to just... The politicians that lie the biggest lies get elected. This is the hard nature of reality. And then the trauma triggers. What about the word Christianity? 90% of people will tune out at that word. There are all kinds of trigger words. I'm a man. That would be enough for most women to tune out. This is spoken by a man. A man know nothing. Everyone is in their own prism, in their own safe space. And I just have to say one or two things that doesn't resonate with your worldview or philosophy, and it's out. The truth cannot arrive in your mind because one, you wouldn't be able to identify it, and two, you don't want it. And even in the rare instant that you want it, you will evil eye the messenger for hidden motivations or hidden schemes or manipulations or scams or anything. There are 1 trillion ways you will eliminate the truth out of your life, and then comes the day that reality turns against you. Shall we talk about group pressure and social stigmas? Let me not get started. I'm going ascended master on you. Once reality starts to threaten you, you're going to stand there like, but I'm on the right side. I believe the right things. I am a religious person. I belong to this faction. I'm with the good guys. Why is this happening to me? Yeah, as oracle, when I'm hitting you with the truth, are you already starting to feel frustrated? Are you already looking at me in a certain way? All of a sudden placing me in your subconscious in a negative, because you want to be praised and honored. Do you already feel insulted? Do you think I'm here coming online, flexing my intelligence to just do you some wrong, evil eyeing everything, evil eyeing? The whole world is evil and you're the good guy. You're the good guy. But once the bubble bursts and reality starts to threaten you, and you at that point where you want to listen to the truth, how to fix it. They told you a narrative, and there are thousands of narratives out there, and you take that narrative as the truth. It's not the truth. If the narrative you held were true, you'd be just fine. And I know what you're thinking. You're looking for the inconsistencies and hypocrisies and whatever you can to shoot the messenger. I know. That's that human nature. Almost as if you are designed to fail. And that was no insult intended. It's just, this is how difficult it is to enter the truth. So if you're lucky, without having the right to be lucky, that's called generational blessings. Your father, your forefather, your forefathers done the right thing, got the blessing from heaven, and you're sitting on that generational blessings. So you can be an idiot and a fool and make a complete fool out of yourself. Gather among yourself yes-sayers and, narcissistic supply, call it whatever you want, and parade and act like you know it all, and life will go very great for you until that day that generational blessing runs out. And that's when reality will become hostile against you. This is just like the beginning of the story. Jesus Christ died on the cross and started the age of grace, whereby God Almighty used humans as instrument for an agenda, so you were never punished. I know the theological red alert starts, but hear me out. I'm ascended mastering you. You do all you in denial. I'm not a racist. I'm not this, I'm not that. People love denials. And I go in society, all levels of this society. Everyone is perfect at denial. Even the people with no intelligence, the least form of intelligence, are excellent in going into denial. Like a human nature thing. Denial is supreme. Right? So imagine the grace of God throughout the generations. And because you're instrumented by God for a godly purpose, karma doesn't strike you. So you're living in that denial and you never get any issue. No issue. Because God is doing a job on earth through a bunch of people. So you're making that karma worse and worse and worse, but you never see the punishment. So you can have generations of issues going on in your life. And none of it hits you until that day comes, the age of grace ends. And all of a sudden, tyranny, all of a sudden, revoking of rights, all of a sudden, the end of the era. God no longer needs you. Out. And the moment heaven says, out, the full weight of that colonial empire karma, the full weight of that, manipulation karma, the full weight of that hustle, scam, murder, abortion, the whole list of stuff you're in denial will just fall upon you without mercy, because God no longer needs you. God does not need you. The West is in a condition like, we don't need God, we don't want God, get him out. Well, he's going. And everything that is good is going with him, and you're staying behind with tyranny in the end of the era. Going like, why is the government turning against us? Why are these illnesses falling upon me? Why do foreigners take? It's a perpetual negativity. Self-inflicted. You were all under the grace of God, and the grace of God permitted you to be colonialists and never pay the price. To be racists and never pay the price. And just live in a denial. All your palaces built with gold stolen. That stuff is not going to survive when the grace of God is gone. And it is going. It is going.